So good afternoon, everyone. Today we'll see this remaining point, that is the balance beam relay. There are different types of electromagnetic relays. That is, first we have seen is the attracted armature type of relay. So in this attracted armature type of relay, there was one electromagnet and one armature is there, and by using the spring action we can control the movement of that armature. Means when any fault occurs in the system, so the current will increase, and that will attract that armature towards the electromagnet, so that normally open contacts of the relay get closed, and these are used for tripping of the circuit breaker, so that the faulty section can be removed. Faulty section can be removed from the circuit. Okay, so in this way your armature uh, type of relay can be used. Now the next type of the electromagnetic relay is the balanced beam relay. Now in this balanced beam relay, its name is saying that beam is balanced here. Okay, so here you can see the diagram, and for each and every relay you draw the diagrams and you note the points. Okay, so that at least you will understand, or you can differentiate relays, because there are a number of relays in this switch gear and protection. Okay, means according to application, means for generator protection, transformer protection, and other types of relays are also there. So you should remember all these diagrams and everyone's construction, working, and application. So everybody note the diagram. It's very important. Okay, so here you can see there are two coils. Okay, there are two coils. First is the operating coil and second is the restraining coil. Okay, means this operating coil operates when it operates when the relay is going to operate. Means relay, it is actually in the direction of relay operation. Okay, means it supports the operation of relay. And this restraining coil is for the opposition. Okay, is for the opposition. Now there are two coils, and there is one hinge, okay, which is at the middle of these two coils, and there is a beam. Okay, and this beam is balanced under normal working condition. Okay, means if there is no any fault in the system, then this beam is balanced. Okay, now I hope everyone noted this diagram. So this balance beam type of relay is a variant of attraction armature type of relay. Means there were also one electromagnetic action. Due to electromagnetic action only, that armature get attracted towards the magnet. So this is also such a type of relay, and it is created as different types of relays. Okay, different types of relays, and were used in differential and distance protection schemes. Okay, differential protection means in transformer, alternators. So there are differential protection schemes, and distance protection means actually there is a separate point, that is the transmission line protection. So in that there is a distance protection scheme. So we'll see. So for these applications, this balance beam type of relay is used. Now working principle. Now here, as I said, one beam is supported by one hinge, and that hinge is placed middle of that restraining and the operating coil. Okay, means it is these two coils are balancing that that beam. Okay, that beam is balanced by these two coils. Okay, now there are two forces acts on two ends of the beams. Okay, there are two forces. Okay, two forces. Which are the two forces acting on that beam? Which can be the two forces acting on beam? There are two coils. First is the operating coil and second is the restraining coil. So which forces will act on the beam? Revati? I'm giving answer also. Which forces will act on the beam? We have seen in definitions. Anyone? Hello? Anyone? Which forces will act? Okay, your operating coil will act the operating force and restraining coil that is producing the restraining force. So these forces are acting at the two ends of that beam. Okay, means these two forces are balancing that beam. Okay, if any one of the force is less or more, then that beam becomes unbalanced. If that beam becomes unbalanced, it means your relay will trip the circuit breaker. So here that under normal working condition, your beam should be balanced there. Okay, now the direction of both of the forces is same. Okay, means all these forces acts in the same direction. So under normal working condition, the torque produced by the forces in respect of the hinge are same. Okay, means when there is no fault, means under normal working condition, whatever torque produced by these forces is also same. Now due to these two same directional torques, the beam is held in the horizontal position in normal working condition, and one of these torque is restraining torque and other is the operating torque. Okay, means both the forces are acting in the same direction, and due to these same forces, the torque developed is also same. Okay, torque developed is also same and in that direction only, and when there is no any fault, that time that beam is balanced. Okay, now when the restraining torque can be provided either by restraining coil or restraining spring. Means the operating coil is producing the operating torque or operating force, and your restraining torque is produced by the restraining coil or restraining spring. Okay, so when any fault occurs, the current through the operating coil crosses its peak of value. Okay, and hence the MMF of the operating coil increases and crosses its peak of value. Means these operating coils and restraining coils are the electromagnetic coils. So when the current will flow through that operating coil, means when any fault will occur in the system, then the current through that operating coil increases. Actually, under normal working conditions also that current is flowing. Okay, that current is flowing, but it is not more to trip the circuit breaker. Okay, so when that current increases to the pickup value, more than that pickup value. Okay, for every relay pickup value is set there. Okay, pickup value is set. So if that current flowing through that coil increases more than that pickup value, then your operating your relay will act there. Okay, so due to this increased MMF, the coil attracts more strongly the beam end, and hence torque on the respective end of the beam increases. Okay, So if that current increases, the magnetomotive force also increases, and that coil is attracting that beam towards that coil. Okay, so here you can see that when, okay, this is the operating coil. So this beam is balanced under normal working conditions. So if any fault occurs in the system, okay, if any fault occurs in the system, what happens? The current flowing through this coil increases, therefore magnetomotive force increases, means torque developed also increases. So this coil attracts this beam towards this operating coil, and these normally open contacts get closed here. Okay, and this is given to the circuit breaker, and it trips the circuit breaker to open the contacts. Okay, so due to this increased EMF, coil is attracting more strongly, and it is closing the contacts of the relay. Okay, as this torque is increased, the balance beam of becomes disturbed there. Okay, means it becomes unbalanced. Okay, unbalanced means the open contacts get closed here. Okay, and these contacts are connected to the circuit breaker. Okay, relay contacts. When the relay contacts are closed, that time your circuit breaker starts working, means it's normally close contacts. Normally close contacts get open. Okay, so that wherever fault is occurred, that section get removed. Okay, that faulty section get removed. So in this way, your system become protected there. Okay, so this is the function of balanced beam type of relay. So I hope everyone understood this. Everywhere here some construction difference is there. Okay. Now the next point is the moving coil type relay. So is screen visible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now next one is the moving coil type relay. Now moving coil type relay means you studied the permanent magnet moving coil, PMMC meters in measurement, right? Permanent magnet moving coil. So whatever meters you studied in that electrical measurement, so the same construction is here also. Okay, so this is moving coil type relay. Moving coil means we are using one permanent magnet here. We are using one permanent magnet, and in that there are different types of coils. Okay, means moving coils are used. Okay, so this moving coil relays are more sensitive electromagnetic relay. Means this is also one of the type of electromagnetic relay, because we have seen different types of electromagnetic relays. So in that this is the more sensitive electromagnetic relay, and used widely for sensitive and accurate measurement for distance and differential protection. So this balanced beam type of relay we have seen, that is also used for the measurement of distance protection and differential protection, and this moving coil type of relays are also used for the distance and differential protection. Okay, and these are very sensitive and accurate, okay, than the balanced beam type of relay, and they are suitable for the DC system. These relays are suitable for a DC system, but we can use it for AC system also, but we have to change the quantity, that is from DC to AC. Okay, means some inverting unit is necessary for using these relays for the AC system. Okay, but mostly these are used for the DC system. Now, in a moving coil relay, the movement of the coil may be rotary or axial. So, according to that only, means according to the movement of coil only, there are two types of these relays. That is the rotary and axial. Okay. Uh, so, and then axial moving type has twice sensitivity than that of the rotary type. Means sensitivity of axial type of relay is more or twice than the rotary type of relay, and speed of operation depends upon damping provided in the relay. Okay, speed of operation means how fastly your relay is operating. It depends upon the damping provided in the relay. Damping, what is mean by damping? Yes, in control system you studied, then in measurement also you studied. What is controlling torque? What is damping torque? Damping means what? Yes, anyone? Yes.
Physical process of controlling a system movement through the producing motion that opposes the natural oscillation of system.
Opposes the natural oscillation of system. Then what is the controlling? What is the difference between damping and controlling? Yes. Okay, so for example, if you take any meter, okay, any meter, your analog meters. Suppose I take one ammeter. So what is mean by this? When it's showing any reading, that time what happens? Suddenly that indicator is moving. Okay, suddenly that indicator is moving. That time we want one fixed value. Okay, we want one fixed value. So there is one controlling quantity. Okay, means some opposition must be there. So so what will happen when it will start moving? That torque is also there, and one controlling torque is also there, but both are in opposite direction. That's why they cannot fix the position of that indicator. But what the damping does, that damping actually showing that value, means in between that starting and controlling torque, okay, there is continuous movement, but stopping of that indicator is done by this damping. Okay, means showing the exact value, that is the damping. Okay, so speed of operation depends on the damping provided in the relay, means how fastly the actual value is shown. What I want to say is when you are performing any experiment, that time what you need, when you are checking any of the meter, what you want the exact value, and you are waiting for stabilizing of that meter. So that is done by this damping. So for the operation of relay also, means fast operation of that relay, this damping is provided. Okay, so speed of operation depends upon damping provided in the relay. I hope everybody understood this, what is mean by damping. Okay, this moving coil type relay. So in this moving coil type means it is a permanent magnet moving coil relay. So it's used, it's suitable for the DC system, more accurate and sensitive. Now there are two types of this moving coil relay. First is the rotary type and second is the axial type. Okay, so rotary moving coil relay. So everyone note the diagram because it is important. And be fast. Okay, so if you have completed this, we'll see what is meant by this rotary moving coil relay. So here, this is the permanent magnet. Okay, this is the permanent magnet. Now, this is the moving coil. Okay, or we can say this is the rotating coil. Okay, or a rotating coil. Then there are two contacts here. One is the fixed contact, and this is the moving contact. Okay, and when this coil touches to this here means that is provided to the circuit breaker for the tripping purpose. Okay, now here as we know, we are using here permanent magnet. Okay, so when any coil or any actuating quantity we are giving or when any coil is wound on this electromagnet and permanent magnet, and when we are supplying any of the actuating quantity for the relay, then what happens that a flux will produce in this coil or in this magnet. Okay, so current will flow and flux will produce, and here it is a moving coil. Okay, it is a moving coil. So under normal working condition, there will be flux produced, and there will be this moving coil will cut the flux, and there will be production of torque and force. Okay, so but here when any fault will occur in the system, what happens? This moving coil will start rotating fastly, and whatever be the flux produced by this permanent magnet get cut by this conductor. And we know the working principle, that is when a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, it experiences mechanical force. So this is a current carrying conductor. This moving coil means the current carrying conductor, and it carries the current due to the fault. Okay, means when any fault occurs, there is high current. Okay, so that current is flowing through this moving coil. So when this current carrying coil or when this current carrying conductor is placed in the magnetic field, it is experiencing mechanical force, and due to that this coil starts rotating. And when this coil starts rotating, that time what happens, this moving contact get moved and touches here. Okay, so that it means this normally open contact get close here. Okay, get close here, and again it is connected to the circuit breaker, means to the trip circuit. Okay, so that again your faulty section can be disconnected. So this is the simple working of your rotary moving coil type of relay. And this relay also has a negative time current characteristic, means as your current increases, the time required decreases, means time required for the operation of your relay decreases. So this is the characteristic of fuse also. This is the inverse time current characteristic. Okay. Now here the coil is energized by the fault current. Okay, means whatever current flowing through that moving coil is nothing but the fault current, and due to the interaction of permanent magnetic field and the field due to coil, the moving torque is developed. Okay, means when a current carrying conductor is placed in magnetic field, it experiences a mechanical force, means the torque will be developed there. So due to this, the spindle rotates and closes the trip circuits, means after that it normally open contacts get closed there, and these are given for the tripping purpose. Okay, then it has negative time current characteristic, and it has high torque to weight ratio. Okay, that force is given by force is proportional to NHIL. That force developed is proportional to NHIL, where this N is the number of turns, H is the magnetic field, I is the current, and L is the length of coil. Okay, so remember this. And everyone note the point so that you can remember. While explaining, you can write how actually it is working. So in 2 to 3 sentences, or you can note only 2 to 3 lines so that you can understand. Okay, when you start reading. So everybody understood the working of this rotary moving relay? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now the next point, a second type is the axial moving coil type relay. Okay. Now axial moving coil relay. Now it is same just like your rotary. There one coil is there, and in axial means there is axial movement of that coil. Okay, here is also coil, but it is axial, means the horizontal or vertical. Okay, so this is the axial movement of the relay. Now here also we are using a permanent magnet, and one axially suspended coil is there. And now here you can some when we are using two magnets, they are repelling and attracting each other, just like here. Just like that, here also such a field is developed. Okay, here already it's showing the S and N poles of the magnet. Okay, S and N poles of the magnet, and here this axial suspended coil is also producing the magnetic field, so that it can get attracted towards this magnet, or get repelled away from the magnet, and how actually it these contacts get closed. Okay, from normally open to normally closed. Okay, so we'll see here. So this axial moving coil relay has axially suspended coil wound on a former. Okay, so it has a axially suspended coil. So this is the axially suspended coil. Now the coil everyone note the diagram also. Everyone note the diagram also. Now the coil has only axial moment. Okay, axial means in this direction. I will show. So in this direction only. Okay, this coil has the axial movement. Okay, now when the coil is energized by the current, magnetic field is developed, and this magnetic field is repelled by the already existing permanent magnet. Okay, now what happens actually? So when we are already giving the supply, means we are already giving supply here, due to that only the flux are developed here, means already magnetic field is there. Okay, this magnetic field is already there. Now what happens, there is one another coil, that is the axially suspended coil. Now when that normal current is flowing through that coil, what happens, that coil is also producing the magnetic field. Okay, that coil is also producing the magnetic field, and we know how actually they repel or attract each other, because when we have seen some in magnetic circuits, you may have studied this, how they get attracted and how they get repelled. Okay, so when this coil get energized, this magnetic field is developed. Okay, magnetic field is developed. If that field is what we can say, that field is more, then what happens, this coil repels this axially suspended coil. Okay, so when that repelling is there, that time this get moved towards this trip circuit. Okay, means its contact get closed here. Okay, the contacts get closed, and again it is given to the circuit breaker, means your normally open contacts get closed here. Okay, when this axially suspended coil get repelled, okay, that time these contacts get closed. Okay, so in this way your relay is operating. So in this way your relay is operating. Okay, so this relay has inverse operating time current characteristics, same like the rotary moving coil relay. Okay, so understood? समजले का? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, okay. No. Now the next point is, so there are only two types, and in exam what they are asking simply this moving coil type relays, balance beam type relays. For 4 marks they are asking such questions. Okay, so concentrate, and for this chapter there are no examples. Okay, so only theory is there, and very simple. So if you only draw the diagrams, and if you understand how exactly this relay operates, then you can easily write the theory. Okay, so just like this last semester, don't expect MCQ type of questions. We cannot say anything, but I think you should prepare for theory. Okay, means you should prepare for theory paper, offline paper. Okay, so now the next point is the induction type of relays. Now, what are the induction type of relays? What is mean by induction? First, induction means there is induced EMF. Okay, we have seen in electromagnetic induction, that is then how actually it works for the treating of the circuit or for the protection purpose, that we'll see here. Okay, now this induction type of relays works only with AC. Okay, these are working only with AC. Induction means that is related to AC only. Okay, then